welcome back to my channel.
Look, it's me. I'm here to deal with it. Let's move on.
Let's just jump right into the suit updates. As far as updates go, I got a couple for you. Here's a finger on the screen here. It's just two parts of it. I don't have the third part yet, but I am working on that. So this is a 2.0 version of the finger. I'm going ahead and redesigning it. This is the original. So it had the cap that came off. I was going to put magnets in there. Strings were going to go through it, and it was just a mess. I don't like it. It doesn't seem like it's going to work very well. So I've gone ahead and redesigned it. So that way, what I'm going to do is put servos inside of the fingers instead. So that way there's no strings. It's all servo. It's all electronically controlled. It's going to be a lot better. And as far as the design, I've redesigned this so that it's not a hole anymore. It's just a nice little infill, joint infill there. This will connect into here, slightly like that. And what's going to happen is this is the new servo, which I have one installed right here. So that's the new servo. There's going to be, again, two in there. And what's going to end up happening is one side, this side right here, is going to be attached to a servo horn, kind of like this one. So there's the servo horn right there. It's going to go inside of that. It is going to attach to the servo itself, and that is going to be its rotational point. As far as this side is going to be a ball bearing, which I have right here. This tiny little guy. That is going to be inserted into the finger here. So you can see bearing on one side, servo connection on the other side, and that'll be the rotation. Instead of being a string-driven design like this guy, getting rid of this. This is going away, and now the servos are going to be internal. There goes the bearing. That's fine. And so that is that idea. I think it's going to work great. It should. So far, it has worked great. I just have to now redesign it again, 2.1 already, for this. So what I've done is I've taken one of the little servos. I've cut the tail off because I am going to install one of these. Let's go full screen here. I'm going to install one of these, a pogo pin connector. So that way I can just completely get rid of this wire. So that'll go into a PCB that I'm going to design. That PCB is going to go in the top part here. One right here, one right here, and then that will be connected to a pogo pin connector that is going to go right here. So pretty much one of these is going to end up going something like this. So it's going to end up going in on the side. It's hard to see, but so it's going to go in the side like that, which will then connect to a PCB that I put inside of here. One on each side on the inside. So from this joint to pogo pin connector on the side, which is then going to go to the pogo pin connector that's inside of that, which then goes to the servo, transfers power and data and all that good stuff. Anyways, second update. My original servo driver board PCB that I designed. 4 sensors on this side, servos on that side. This thing is massive and controlled by an Arduino, and it's just big and bulky, and it can only control 6 servos. I've researched the web and found Mini Maestro 24. They have 3 different versions. I went with the 24, as that means it can control 24 servos. Now I'm not going to have 24 servos in each hand. This is going to be for one hand. This will control the 15 servos that I'm going to have in the hand. 16 if you count the wrist. But it also, I'll be able to connect my force sensors to it, so I'll be controlling all the servos with force sensors still, which is nice. As far as another update, the foot I'm redesigning, as I did not like the last one. I'm going to try and make it better. So this is the frame, the foot frame, and inside of it, in order to make it work, I have to make a foot frame for the foot frame, if that makes sense. Which is why I have this guy right here, which that is a U-joint from it's either from a semi or a heavy-duty pickup truck. I'm not even sure, but what it does is it allows rotation this way, and it allows rotation this way. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow the foot to rotate this way and this way. As far as the toe is also going to have its own joint, so that way the toe itself can bend while the foot stays still. The toe can bend, and that is going to be redesigned because I did not like it. There's going to be a plate inside of the toe itself and a plate inside of the heel that will attach from here to plates that are on this to allow the whole thing to attach, and it's just going to be a big cluster of a lot of stuff. This was the original design that I had, so this is a little bit better visualization. This just seems a little bulky to me, so I'm going to redesign it. There's the heel plate that was going inside. Attached to that, there's the U-joint. My foot would actually go on this, about 12 inches off of the ground, 11 inches, something like that. But it was just going to be filled with a bunch of springs that allow it to spring back to its original position. Just a lot. And this would be solid steel, so wicked heavy. I might look into aluminum. I don't know if this design would be good for aluminum, as aluminum is very, very light, but it's not as strong. As far as updates go, that's all that I have at the moment. I'm hoping to have something new soon. I'm looking to design those PCBs for the servos inside here soon, so that way I can get the ball rolling with that and get that working, along with the PCBs that I need for inside of here. Some way, somehow, I'm gonna get those and make those. Again, new finger design, new servo design, going from this guy to internal servos. A little bit better, a little less power, a little less weight, a lot less weight, actually. And that's all I got for you right now. So stick around and hopefully I'll have something new soon.